Hi lovely souls, my name is Samanthajamezz. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, love ya, welcome to the fam. Today we have a pick a card for you on your person's true thoughts and feelings with the option to extend. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Now, if you're new to pick a cards, what you're gonna do is pause the video, figure out whichever crystal or pile you are drawn to the most, go down below in the description box, find your timestamp, and I will see you all at your reading. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose this rose quartz, this is for you. What is your person thinking and feeling about you? What are their true thoughts and feelings? So to start, we have the Two of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Star, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, and for your oracle, we have belonging to your own dream, and I wonder what will happen next. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for your person's true thoughts and feelings, well, first of all, your person could be this King of Pentacles. Hell, you could be the King of Pentacles. They could be a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. They could have that in their chart, or they could just be very career oriented, someone who is very fair, very balanced, a hard worker nonetheless, someone who isn't necessarily controlled by just emotions, although I do see some water energy here with the Ace of Cups and Two of Cups. And then we have the Star, which could be you. You could be an Aquarius or have Aquarius in your chart. And then again, we have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio heavily present here as well. So with the Star, I feel like this person is really sort of looking at you as the one, as the person that they want with the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. If they haven't already, if you're not already in a relationship with this person, they want to be in a relationship with you. They want to be in a union with you. They want to offer you this cup of love here. And they want to offer it to you, not anyone else, but to you, the Star, because they see you as someone who they kind of really admire and can learn a lot from, but they put you on a pedestal. You know, they might have had maybe a more stable upbringing than you. Maybe you guys have very different paths, very different paths as well. And you guys were not like cut from the same cloth or anything, but I feel like this person likes that. I feel like they like, you know, you and your individuality and your uniqueness and just how you're kind of irreplaceable. And then we have this Seven of Cups here, and the Seven of Cups is really about, you know, all these options being presented and looking at illusions, or even all these options being presented to the point where you're juggling so many different variants that it sort of becomes fogged, and we have these kind of monsters coming out of the cup here. So I feel like what's going on right now is you guys are, you know, in this state of pause. I wonder what will happen next. And it's because you're trying to understand what your vision is for yourself, what your dream is. I feel like you just rose as the Star, so you could be new to the spiritual awakening. It doesn't even have to do with spirituality. It could just be that you're moving into a part of your life where you're starting to understand everything more, maybe even understand yourself more. So if you were ever in like a period of darkness, perhaps, where you didn't, you know, you had all these options, but you didn't know which one to choose, I feel like you have risen above that, group number 1. But I feel like you guys are sort of, I don't want to say you have anxiety, but I feel like you're sort of at a pause because you don't want to go down the wrong path now. Now that it's taken all this work to become who you are, let's say glow up, and you're finally embracing being single, or, you know, whatever it is, I feel like you are afraid to let someone ruin that. And I don't think you think of the King of Pentacles in that way. But I think that the impression that you give this person, and it's why it's their true thoughts and feelings for you, is that, you know, you're so individualistic, you're so unique that it's almost like it's too independent, to the point where you don't want to involve anyone else in your vision or in your dream. So it's like both of you guys are kind of wondering what will happen next. Maybe this person's like, I wonder if this person will come to my table and eat with me and be in this union. And then at the same time, you're like kind of on your own quest and you're wondering what will happen next. You're definitely wondering that with the Seven of Cups, but I feel like you're wondering that question, you're pondering that a lot lately, but you want to do that pondering on your own. You want to belong to your own dream. You want to make sure that the choices you're making are your own choices. So maybe in the past you guys were influenced by other people in a not so, you know, positive way, and now you're sort of getting to a point where you're like, listen, I just really need to make my own decisions and my own choices. And if I fuck up and if I choose the wrong one, well, fuck it, it's on me. But let me be the one to decide. So maybe this person is not, I don't want to say pressuring because that's a very aggressive word. And I feel like this person's a romantic, but I feel like maybe they're waiting for you to make a decision. Are you going to accept their cup of love? Are you going to come towards them? And in the meantime, the impression that you're giving them is sort of like, you're kind of like, la 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 la, like I'm just gonna stop by here and chill and blah 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 blah. You're kind of indifferent. So that's very interesting energy. I definitely want to read from the book for these two. I don't usually do that when I make videos. I do that, you know, in my private readings, but I just got this deck and it's so interesting to me, you know, the illustrations versus what it says versus what it describes. So I have it all marked up. So I wonder what will happen next here. So there are points in life where everything seems quite perfect. Things are calm, all is well, and we are comfortable, sheltered, easy in ourselves and the relationships we have. There is, in short, nothing at all wrong. Then why, oh why, can we not feel satisfied? This is because free spirits grow restless and miss too much sameness. Much as we find Alice in you, dear reader, at this time, while she ought to be enjoying an afternoon beneath the trees in late summer, Alice is actually a little fretful and restless. She wants for adventure, to explore, and to reach out beyond the comforts of her current existence. This is the very point you are at. You'll decide whether or not to enter into and enjoy all you have and have been given. There is nothing at all wrong with embracing that, or as you will know from Alice, this could be the point at which you begin to wonder whether this is the place from where you need to explore, stretch, or jump. A small part of you is tired with the tidy of comfortable and repetitive. You would rather the adventurous, where you will learn more of who you truly are than you will in this in-between state of sameness. And people who never ask questions and are content never go beyond the comforts of their current life. You, dear reader, want more. This card tells you that very soon, if you choose, you will have an unprecedented opportunity for adventure. It is your decision, but I think I know what you will choose when the moment of change arrives, just in time to save you from the numbness of too much habit and repetition. This is the very edge of change. Prepare yourself. So this is interesting because maybe the King of Pentacles is Mr. Stable. Maybe he's too stable. Maybe everything is too predictable. You know that you're going to get into this union. You know that they're going to offer you this cup, and you know that they're a great guy. And you know, and I'm not saying go after a fuck boy, but maybe you just need something else, and that's sort of the in between. So yeah, group number one, you could have some love coming in, but you could be kind of fretting that love, kind of like I don't know, do I want to go down this road? And you're very protective over yourself and the roads you go down because you have come such a long way already. So I'm going to read for belong to your own dream. When Alice plaintively wonders where everything she's experienced is a part of a great dream, the same dream shared by many beings, she wonders whose dream it is. Just like Alice, we ought to be concerned about whether we are living our own dreams, making our own mistakes, following our own hearts, or simply doing what others believe we ought to, and thus making their mistakes, following what their hearts think is best for us, and living in their dreams. Some people and some societies are very powerful. Our culture would just like us to live a certain dream, to marry, to have a home, a good job, and then die peacefully. But that dream, the collective dream, or the dream of our rulers, may not be your dream. This card asks you to remember your own dreams and wishes and to set about making sure they are governing your choices. Many people will encourage you to head in a certain direction and live in a particular way that nearly everyone will agree is right. But you have your own dream, a life in which you will live a little more adventurously and strangely than many others. It is time to break free of the collective dream and live within your own. Belong to the only one dream, magical soul, belong to your own. So this is really gorgeous because it's really kind of Aquarius energy, you know, and even water energy at the same time. And then you're kind of, you're not fond of this earth energy here. You know what I'm saying? It's too same, it's too stuck. And with the Aquarius energy here, it's like this unconventionality. Like you just want to live your life your way, and you don't want to be trapped. You don't want to be held down, and you don't necessarily want to look at love like that, which is why I feel like you're sort of looking at everything like, I don't fucking know. Why am I like this? You know, but I feel like that's just sort of where you have been, you know, driven to, and there could be a higher purpose to it. You know, there could be like, well, maybe it's time to align yourself with your healing. We have a time for healing, balsamic moon. Maybe it's time for you to align yourself with higher self. You know what I'm saying? And a relationship for you in the soul is not really in the cards. We have a time to give rather than take, even though it literally is in the cards. So if you want this relationship, fucking go for it. But I'm saying saying, I'm encouraging actually you guys to do you. I see this glow up. I see how hard you've worked, and I empathize with not wanting to let that go, with not wanting to give someone else the chance to fuck that up, or just simply if they're not going to fuck it up because they're so stable, you know, simply just feel like you made the wrong decision. You know what I'm saying? So a time to give rather than take, and a time for healing. So look at that, a time and a time, and then belong to your own dream and what will happen next. So this is the time right now for you guys to really just focus on, you know, yourself. Take your time with this decision, you know, and take your time really making any decision right now, because as you know, we have Venus in retrograde here, and we got this quarantine energy, and it's just a time for healing, really. It's a time for focusing on yourself. So this was freaking gorgeous. I hope that you guys will join me over in the extended version. I'm going to pull some more cards. I'm going to pull some more oracle, and we're going to get into the juicy details of this possible love relationship you guys are manifesting and have coming in for you, or the different life paths and variants that you guys could take. So what will happen next? I'm going to go over that in the extended version. In the meantime, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Like, subscribe, and comment down below if it resonated. Don't forget to check out the new merch, and if you want a private reading, you can find all the information in the description box below. I love you guys so much. Stay safe, and I will see you all in the extended. Hi, lovely souls who chose this pink opal. This is for you, your person's true thoughts and feelings for you. So to start with your tarot, we have the Hierophant, then we have the Strength card, then we have the Five of Cups in reverse, the Lovers, and the Queen of Pentacles. It's so funny how the Queen of Pentacles is depicted in this deck as like a straight up grandma. Like, shout outs to all my earth queens out there who are just like, yeah, I might be 20 something, but I'm 50 million years old. Okay. So we have I Want to Be a Queen, and All in Golden Afternoon. Ooh. So group number 2, your person's true thoughts and feelings for you is that, well, it could be a couple things. I'm reading for quite a few people on this one, but I think specifically there's 2 different things going on here. The first is that this person sees you as Miss Independent. Don't fucks with her. Like, they're really into you. They want a relationship with you. They've probably been vocal about this. They see you as strong. They see you as someone who has moved on, maybe from a depression or maybe a loss or something really difficult with the Five of Cups here. And they see you as a queen nonetheless. But I don't think you guys see yourself as a queen. I think that you're like, yeah, I'm a queen, whatever. But I think that you guys are sort of in the building process or rebuilding here with this Five of Cups in the reverse. I feel like you guys are sort of trying to build your strength, your confidence. You're working on your healing, you're affirming, you're manifesting. Maybe you guys have just kind of started on the spiritual journey. Maybe you've been on it for a while and then something happened and now you've sort of had to kind of rebuild your foundation here. But I feel like that's what you guys have your focus on, and that's what your person's impression of you is right now. And they really kind of low-key admire it. We can also read this Hierophant as you are single and you have no person, but you got choices here with the Lovers. And this Hierophant is this committed spiritual relationship to yourself. You know, that's the other way I would read this, is that right now, y'all are fine being single. Y'all are fine working on yourself, working on your queen energy, your empress energy, stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, passing a test. Yeah, this could be for your own kind of cosmic good here. Maybe you got out of a really messy relationship with the Five of Cups in reverse, and it required a lot of strength. You know, maybe there was a third-party relationship, or maybe now you just want to be single and date around and have your choices. But I feel like nonetheless, you're not being showy or weird or overly confident in about the situation. I feel like you are being low-key. You're putting your head down, you're doing the work, you're healing. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with not being low-key. Go off, girl. I don't give a fuck. But it's not even that. It's just that I feel like you guys are you're waiting to go off. You know what I'm saying? You're waiting to glow up even. It's like you're taking like maybe this quarantine really seriously, and you're taking the means necessary, and you're just sort of doing the work. You're working out, you're knitting, you're making money, you know, whatever it is that you're doing. And you're building, because you do want to, you know, she's got no makeup on here. I want to be a queen. I love that. And then she's like, boom, like all in the golden afternoon, like, you know, and I just feel like you guys are going to come out just strong head first. Like, yeah, bitch, this is me. And you're preparing for that moment right now. And in the meantime, you know, you're licking your wounds, you're healing, and you're working on yourself, and that's very admirable. Group number 2, very proud of you guys. So there's 2 different things here. There's, you know, your person quite literally has the impression that you're Miss Independent. They want to get to you. They want to get to that little heart. They want to have a relationship with you with the Hierophant here, and they see you as a true love with the Lovers, and they see you as someone who was kind of slow to warm, Queen of Pentacles. Maybe they feel like they got to court you. Maybe it's been a little difficult right now, and maybe they're just giving you your time because you have so much creative energy. And then the other variant is that, you know, his true thoughts and feelings isn't necessarily a him or her. It's more so just like, you know, you clicked on this video and the guides kind of want to say to you, hey, listen, you know, do you, girl, go off. I see you. And the universe does see you, that you're doing this healing right now, and you're working on yourself because you do want to kind of get out there soon and manifest and you know, meet someone probably. But I feel like this could also just be your person's impression of you, is that you're just really working on yourself. And I feel like it's a really proud energy as well. So I'm going to read from the book for these ones. So we'll read all in the golden afternoon. So, in ancient times, we did not think an individual was responsible for their creativity, more so a person blessed with creative genius. A divine spark or a brilliant idea was thought to have been visited by a muse, genie, or other spirit that could inspire someone with ideas that were longing to be born in the world. At the very beginning of the Tale of Alice, there is a poem, a preface, which portrays the moment the author was begged to create a story. This card represents the time immediately before Alice's existence. There is no rabbit hole, no Cheshire Cat, no Mad Hatter, no Queen of Hearts. There is only the urge to tell a story. So it is with you at this moment. A spark of inspiration is about to descend upon you. A wondrous tale is taking to be told through you. This surge of imagination can take many forms. It can be a creative solution to a problem you are experiencing. It may mean using visualization to improve at a physical activity, or painting a picture with a new technique or a fresh perspective. Whatever form it takes, you are actively telling the story of your life with every word you speak, and creating the story in action with every move you make. What wonderlands can you create when you allow yourself to open to the genius all about you and invite it to come into the world through you? You are imaginative. You are creative. You have that spark within you. Whatever it is you wish to do, paint, draw, sing, write, dance, stay single, do this creative, vital, brilliant, life-bringing thing. Who knows what celebrations you can bring forth? Why not begin to discover that possibility today? Okay, so awesome. So yeah, I feel like you guys, you know, those of you who are being offered a relationship, it's very similar energy to group number 1. It's like you guys are so focused on yourself right now, and you're so focused on your vibe, and you're so comfortable with the work that you're doing on yourself because you're starting to really see results, that you're kind of like, I'm kind of more committed to myself, like low key. Thanks, fam, though. Like, I don't know. And then we have, I want to be queen. You're just like, I'm good, thanks. And then you know, for those of you who do want to go in a relationship with the Queen of Pentacles looking over here, you know, at someone, something, you know, go for it. But just, you know, make sure that you take this time, this Venus retrograde, to make it less about like relationships and more about, you know, doing what makes you happy. And of course, we're going to go more over this in the extended version, which I will have posted below. But I'm going to read from the book from this one, and we're going to pull a couple more cards. So, I want to be a queen. When Alice declares she does not want to be anybody's prisoner, she's establishing her self-determination. She is a free person. Even in the strange world she finds herself within, she will not allow herself to be imprisoned, enslaved, or taken into capacity. Even in her incarceration, it was to be comfortable. She declares her intent strongly. She wants to be a queen, a ruler in her own right, a person who has power, influence, and will take charge of herself in her own world. And she will embrace all the responsibility and scrutiny that comes with this role. When this card comes to you, you are being asked to free yourself from any captivity, enslavement, or imprisonment. You do not wish to be anybody's prisoner. You are born to be free. It is time to liberate yourself from any shackles and embrace your innate power. You also want to go further than freedom. You are seeking power, not so much power over others, but the kind of power that sees you able to help yourself make wonderful choices, rule with justice and compassion, and forgive your own destiny. Pause, put a pin in that. So I feel like maybe some of you guys are working towards building a business, becoming influencers. You want to gain a following. You want to make a YouTube. You want to have, you know, a fan base. You want to sell whatever it is. I feel like you guys are kind of working on that. Like, you don't want to just be free, and you don't want just like power over yourself and being free. You want more than that. You want fame. You want fortune. You want glam. You want glitz. That's awesome. Okay. So you are ready to become the queen and make your own choices in your own way. You are set to rule the world, indeed to shape the world. You will no longer ask for permission to come and go. You will declare, make the rules, and decide what takes place in your domination. Instead of fearing your power, you will embrace it and the enormous energy that comes with stepping into your own potential. So you guys are working on raising your status and at the same time taking charge of your boundaries and setting rules for yourself. So if someone does want a relationship with you, I feel like their impression of you right now is that like you don't want a relationship with them because, you know, you're kind of too busy working on your own thing, and they low-key are like they low-key appreciate it and respect it and admire it here. We have confidence is the key to success. So yes, we do have Leo energy here with the strength. We have the Lovers, Gemini, Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. And we have believe in the impossible. So if you guys are starting to doubt, maybe this is dumb. Maybe I should just go this way. Maybe I shouldn't create the channel. Don't believe in the impossible. The craziest things can fucking happen. The craziest things can manifest. I never thought that this YouTube of mine would go anywhere. And I mean, I thought like maybe, like I literally thought 300 views was like the shit, man. I was like, you know, but I thought was good for me. I was excited for that. I didn't really necessarily know that the impossible could be possible. And here we are. So guys, meet me over in the extended version. You want to find out more. I feel like this is going to become less about their true thoughts and feelings and more about like what the angels want to tell you. But yes, come meet me over the extended if that is resonating for you. In the meantime, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below if it resonated. You guys can find my merch below as well. I got some cool things that I just dropped. And if you want to book a private reading with me, you can find all the information to do that in the description box below. In the meantime, I love you guys. Stay safe, and I will see you all in the extended. Hi, group number 3. If you chose the strawberry obsidian, this is for you. So for your tarot cards, we have the Empress, we have Temperance. I was going to say the Temperance. We have the 10 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. And we have such a curious dream, grounding, returning to reality, coming home. So I kind of want to pull one more for that. And then follow the white rabbit. Interesting. So we start off with the Empress, Temperance, and the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like you guys could be in a relationship already, or you could be getting into a relationship. For those of you who are already in a stable relationship, let's say you already are married to this person or live with this person, their true thoughts and feelings for you is that they fucking love you, that they love living with you, that they love being with you, they love being married to you, they love dating you, they see you as their soulmate, they see you as the Empress, they see you full of love, they actually really want to put a baby in you. Side note, so some of you guys could be really fertile at this time. They see you as someone who is like a dream to them, that they just couldn't have imagined that they would have found you and feel like really honored to know you and be with you. With Temperance, I feel like they kind of feel like this is their divine plan. Maybe you also feel that this is your divine plan. Maybe you guys share a lot of cats together. I'm getting that there's a lot of like cat imagery here. But I just feel like in general, this person is really feeling a lot of gratitude when it comes to you. So whenever they think about you, their true thoughts and feelings is a lot of graciousness and gratitude. So we have follow the white rabbit, curiosity meets opportunity, and such a curious dream, grounding, returning to reality, coming home. So I actually kind of want to read from the book book from this one because they are really interesting definitions here. So, follow the white rabbit. Group number 3. Something out of the ordinary happens nearly all the time. Most days, if you are aware, awake, and ready for adventure, there will be an opportunity to change your life. But for this to take place, you must follow the white rabbit. You must go after what it is that excites you, inspires you, and entices you. The white rabbit does not go to Alice and ask her to accompany him. It is up to her to notice what is taking place. She does not think about what to do, nor discuss, sit, or ponder. If she had done so, the opportunity of entering Wonderland would have been lost, perhaps forever. When Alice sees how strange and extraordinary this rabbit is, she leaps to her feet and she runs. She engages with the opportunity and goes after it. When this card comes, you are being advised that something interesting is about to happen, and when it happens, be ready to go after it with all of your passion, all of your might, and without hesitation. Be awake and aware. Wonder at what will happen next, and when the extraordinary takes place at the heart of the ordinary world, be ready to leap to your feet and run toward enhancement and adventure. Okay, so an opportunity is definitely going to arise, I feel like. So if you guys are not in a relationship with Temperance, it's sort of that only time will tell type of card. You could be in a very fulfilling dating relationship with the 10 of Pentacles, and this could be your soulmate with the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands can also represent your destiny. So you could just sort of be headed into a new opportunity for some more stability. It could have to do with your career even, because you're in your Empress energy. You're just exuding this 5th dimensional heart energy. There's a lot of love going on here. Therefore, there's a lot of opportunities that are coming your way. You know, love equals blessings, I always say. And with the 4 of Wands, also, it can represent that you are manifesting an 11-11 union, a twin flame union. And I also want to make very clear, I know that my videos are obviously timeless, and I don't know at what point you will see this, so you might not see this the moment that this whole thing kind of happened, but I had someone really disrespect me about the twin flame dynamic and being reckless and irresponsible as a tarot reader for mentioning it on my channel, which, by the way, I have no responsibility towards anyone whatsoever. Thank you very much. I am a spiritual gangster. I made that my logo up front just simply because I did not want people to look to me as some sort of Messiah or pastor or Jesus fucking Christ. I am not Gandhi. I am not Mother Teresa. I am not a saint, okay? I channel messages and I do what I can to provide guidance for just the common person, for people that need guidance, end of story, period. So if I make an error about technicalities, about what I say, understand that a little more sympathy is needed. We tarot readers do this live. We're not collecting information, writing it down, and then recording this and we just do this as we see it. So there can be mistakes, there can be stuttering, and sometimes we can say things that might not resonate with everybody, and you know, surprise, like, but you already know that. So I just want to be super clear at whatever point you hear this message that I personally do not subscribe to the twin flame dynamic. I don't fully understand it. I just understand the basic principles. And what I do is I recognize it. So if I see it, I recognize it, but I never get into the twin flame dynamic. That's for you to kind of be concerned about yourself. Some of you guys just come for confirmation. Maybe you've been confused on whether or not you're on a twin flame journey and you come here for some sort of confirmation, and this would be your confirmation. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to do the rest for you. I'm not going to teach you about twin flame dynamics. Even in my private readings, I don't really subscribe, but I will tell you if someone is your soulmate, if there is a karmic sort of past between you two, and we can figure out the best guidance and variance possible for the most successful outcome. And that is what I do here on my channel. That is what I do as a tarot reader. I cannot predict the future, and I will not stand for disrespect towards me, my channel, or my reading style, because if you're doing it towards me, you're doing it towards a lot of different readers out there, and I feel like readers deserve a lot more respect out there in general. And I'm not attacking anyone that's watching this, because I am very aware that 99.9% of you are fucking queens and you're in your Empress energy, and you wouldn't even bother or dare be disrespectful to a tarot reader. But I'm saying this message for the timeless reader, the timeless viewer, whoever might see this, and you know, this might change their mind or perspective. So group number 3, I feel like obviously this doesn't necessarily apply steady. You guys are the Empress. You know, you're in your divine energy. You guys are stable. But I feel like I opened up to this group more than the other piles just simply because of the energy we have here. So really interesting stuff. But I feel like you guys are definitely headed towards some sort of soulmate connection, sort of twin flame relationship if you haven't already been in one, if you're not already currently in a relationship. And if you are, I feel like this is your right path. This is your destiny. This is your home. So we're going to read from Such a Curious Dream here. We often have remarkable moments, just as Alice does when she begins her journey by following the white rabbit. But just as we must follow the dream, we must also return to the everyday. In this card, at this moment, you are being asked to return to what many people might consider ordinary. You must take care of yourself, eat well, go home, be grounded, and take care of what makes you be taken care of. The ordinary and yet blessed responsibilities within our lives. There is still great magic in this, especially after journeying through our own wonderland and knowing true enhancement, which is what about this follow the white rabbit is. What? It's sort of like, this is like grounding, returning to reality, coming home. Interesting. So this is about following that adventure. So if you guys want to follow that adventure, go for it. But don't forget to come home, check on the pets, you know, feed the boyfriend, whatever it is you guys have to do. I feel like you can eat your cake. You can have your cake and eat it too, as Alice would. So I'm feeling this really cool energy from you, group number 3. I feel like you guys have options in every which way possibility. It could be with your career. It could be with your home life. It could be with your family. It could be with your love life. You know, so I'm just feeling like strongly that you guys have different options, and with Temperance, only time will tell as these options unfold, but you are on the right path. And I feel like your person's true thoughts and feelings about you is that you are someone who is divine and on the right path. Okay, so for now we can return, but we are forever changed. Now it is time to ground, come home, integrate the experiences you've had, and do the very simple mundane tasks that most people don't consider special enough to have any magic at all within them. But they are magic, dear soul. They are. Ooh, that was a typo. Dear soul. Ooh, they had a typo. Okay. Let every simple act be done with awareness, simplicity, gratitude, and kindness. Do not be dissatisfied with the seemingly mundane nature of it all. Instead, embrace this coming back to earth as an opportunity to ground, reconnect, and to bring a sense of the sacred of the magic of Wonderland to all that you do, no matter how humble it may be. You will return to that ordinary place again, but for now, embrace the joy of being at home with your humanity. So I feel like your person, you know, you guys could be, you know, if you're together, you guys could be super worker bees and you're constantly gone or constantly doing this, and they're kind of like with the 10 of Pentacles, like come home, like take a rest, like just chill, like come on, be with me, that kind of energy here. So let's pull some Moonology Oracle and see what we have for you. Also, we're going to dig more into this in the extended if you want to join us there as well. I will post the link below. So we have expect a powerful change, and we have it's time to take action. So follow the white rabbit and it's time to take action. There's this huge energy here. It's kind of like divided in two. I'm not even sure if it's like this and then that, or if it's two separate things that I'm reading for, two separate types of individuals, because we have it's time to take action and expect a powerful change. I feel like some of you guys are waiting for a change, waiting for some sort of action, and you're going to take it soon by following this white rabbit. And then I feel like the other ones of you take too much action and change too much that your person is like, come home, can you make a decision and come home and be with me and be stable. I feel like you guys are so all over the place, but in a really good way, really good energy. Okay guys, so I definitely want to dig more into this in the extended. I'm going to pull some more tarot cards. I'm going to pull some more oracle cards. So if you guys want to meet me there, I'm going to clear my throat because I'm starting to fucking stutter, and I will see you guys there. In the meantime, I love you so much. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and joining me here on this channel. Please like, dislike, subscribe, and comment if it resonated. In the meantime, if you want to book a private reading, all the details are in the description box below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the extended.